What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kiko's. I'm Josh, and we appreciate you guys clicking on this video. Now, I know it's been a minute or two since I put one out, but a lot of things have been going on, and I thought I would just give you guys an update and a video about things you should know before getting into goats. We've been raising goats now for over 10 years, and we've learned a lot in the process, and I thought I would share some of those things with you. Maybe if you're just now getting into goats, thinking about getting goats, here's some things you might want to know before getting into them. Now, it's been a long year. It's been a good year for us. We have, part of my journey, I had a cancer removal surgery, colostomy removal, and things are going good for us. So I just thought I'd let you guys know that we have been cancer free now for 7 months. Thank the good Lord. And things are getting back in place. Things are going like they should. Life is getting back to normal, so that is good for us. And we appreciate all you guys reaching out to us, checking on us, seeing how things are going. And I just thought I'd let you guys know things are going good. One of the first mistakes we made was not having the proper goat fence. And this is one of the first goat fences that I put up on the property, and it's a 4x4 goat wire. You can see only my fist will fit through there, and it is made for goats. Now, goat wire costs a little bit more money, and there's a reason for that. There's more wire tied in a goat wire, and it's made for goats to not get their head stuck. So this fence right here costs a little bit more money, and it's going to save you in the long run. I'll show you a clip of a fence that we have to where goats do get their head stuck. It's cattle panel, field fence, things like that is not made for a goat. Goats are curious animals. They're going to stick their head through, they're going to get their head stuck, and then you got a problem. So this fence right here, it is the Red brand 4x4 sheep and goat wire. I also have the Stay Tough. Now, I do like the Stay Tough. It's made a little different. It's a little bit tighter. I put that up in a previous video. I really like that. And number one expense you're going to have with goats is making sure you have a proper fence that will hold them. Like I said a while ago, goats are curious animals. They're going to test your fences. They will not stay in a barbed wire. We have been adding hot wire. I'm training my goats to hot wire. Now, hot wire to me is a great tool to have on your property. Some people only use hot wire. If you got the right box and charge the fence correctly, you won't have a problem. We're doing that, adding hot wire throughout our property. We're making different paddocks to graze our goats in with hot wire, so hot wire is a great plus. We raise Kiko goats, so they're a meat goat, and our goats don't require a lot of barn. Our area, we get a cold wind, we get some rain, we get very minimal ice and snow, so we don't have to have a barn per se, but this is what we use for huts. And I do have a carport that I converted into a little barn. I'm going to show you ours. This one right here, what this is an old cattle ring, hay ring that I took apart. I added some R-panel metal, and I made a goat shelter out of it. These are old fiberglass tanks, real sturdy. The goats can get in there. This right here is our carport that we converted into a little goat barn, and I have my tractor in here. I've got a place where I can store hay. The goats can get in this area right here. They can be out of the elements. It's blocking a north wind, so lots of times we get cold fronts in from the north, and I've got it blocked off to where they have a wind block. And then I added this right here. So they have a lean-to. And there's shelter underneath here. One thing I will tell you about goats is, if you're buying goats, thinking about buying goats, you want to buy at least two. Goats are social animals. They want to be together. They don't want to be alone. If you ever separate a goat from other goats, they start hollering. They want to be with the group. So buying goats in pairs, multiple goats, will be beneficial and be great for the goat. So it does not have to worry about where other goats are at. They want to be with other goats. They're that type of animal. So when you're considering getting goats, you might want to buy more than just one. I talked about hot wire earlier. I want to show you our little hot wire setup. Now, I use Cyclops. We got Gallagher too. This is a little solar unit. And this does pretty good. This has taught our goats. We have made separating pastures for them to graze in. And I'll just show you a charge on it. So it's hitting pretty good to where they respect it. I've trained them on it. I am adding a new, bigger Cyclops solar unit. I'll be doing a video about that. But adding hot wire, you can see this right here was not grazed at all. I was able to plant something over here and let it reach its full potential, go into a seed, and I will be able to graze that next year. So I was able to take the goats away from this property right here and allow them to use this alleyway to access other pastures. So using the correct hot wire works. I'm going to go down here and show you another spot where I added hot wire to keep goats off of field fence that's not made for goats. Here is a mistake that I made when I first got into wanting to get goats. I knew I had to add something on top of this barbed wire right here, and I went with this fence right here. This is a field type fence, and you can see the goats have gotten their head stuck in this. I've had to get them out numerous times. So what I've done to maintain keeping the fence is I've added hot wire. Now this right here is that Stay Tough fence I was telling you about. It starts out really small and then it goes up to bigger, and it's wide, 12 inches wide, and it's a tough, stout fence that I really like. I really gonna switch over this when I build new fences. Most definitely will be going with the Stay Tough goat fence. Is the way to go, in my opinion. Come here, Mo. Good boy, good boy, good boy. We use livestock guard dogs as protection for our herd. You know what? They say they're worth their weight in gold, and I believe it. Since adding dogs to our operation, we haven't lost a goat to a predator. These dogs do an excellent job. We run 5 dogs, and they are really great at what they do. Getting a good dog is worth its weight in gold in a goat operation. These dogs are out patrolling, taking care of the goats, sticking with the goats. They let you know when there's a problem. They bark, they alert. Coyotes are all around us, bobcats, and since adding these guys, we have not lost any goats to predators. And I just really believe in livestock guard dogs. We run an Anatolian cross with Akbash, and they work great for us. They're working dogs, and that's what they're meant for. They are not a pet. I come out here, I greet him, and then he goes and does his job. I want him to know that out here, these are his goats, and he's here to take care of them. He has a job to do. And I'll go over and I'm gonna show you the rest of some of the goats and some more livestock guard dogs that we have working for us. the reason why cattle panels don't work for goats. This goat was on the other side, eating out of a trough, stuck her head in here, and now we got a problem. Now she's out. Like I say, a goat will try it. And this is what we have. This is our setup. We're trying to do the best, make changes as we go along. These are mistakes we made in the beginning, so just maybe some tips that might help you not make these mistakes like we did. So I'm over here down the road of our other place, and this is where we're going to kit out. So you can see we have this barn here. It's got a overhang to where the goats can get in, out. We have shelters in place. This is just an old tank that has a hole cut into it. So goats, baby goats can get in that if they need to. We have a little hut down there. We have several little places for them to get into. Like I said earlier about the dogs, here's 3 more of them. These are all working dogs for us. This is a group of goats that are going to be first time kidding. So we're excited. We got a new buck we used. He's got lots of great genetics. Turning out to be a pretty nice buck. We're going to use him. We have another one we've added to the program, so having quality goats is a way to go, and buying off a farm, looking at the goats, I think is the best way to do it. Now, raising goats, you're going to find out that you're going to need to have some things on hand just in case one gets hurt, ill, things that you're going to need to take care of them. Instead of rushing them to a vet, you can have these things on hand, and here's just a few things that we keep on hand. I'm going to use Joe's old farm truck as a backdrop, but here is some things that we use. Now, these 2 right here are just like an immune booster. This Power Punch, it's got lots of electrolytes, things that they need, vitamins. This right here is molasses. It's good to, it's iron. So blackstrap, iron, molasses, and then we got some wormers. You're going to want to have wormer. All goats carry worms. This right here is going to be for your goats that have diarrhea, coccidia. We go to this first, and if this don't work, we switch it up to this. This is some really good stuff right here. And then you're going to want to have an antibiotic. Now, that's a high potent antibiotic, and it is what we use if we absolutely can't figure out what's going on. You can get antibiotics at your Tractor Supply, LA 200, LA 300, things like that. That right there is a high potent antibiotic that we keep on hand. We very seldom have to use it, but we have it if we need it. And those are just a few things that we use that we have on hand just in case we need them. You're going to encounter with goats that you're going to need to take care of them. You're going to have to step in and try to figure out what's wrong with them, and those things right there will help you get something figured out if you have an ill goat. All right, well, I went through the medicines, some of the things that we use, but I got Joe here, and I thought I would just ask Joe. Joe, you know, we've been raising goats for a while now, so what are some things that, you know, the people might want to know to help them out?
Well, there's a lot involved, but anybody can do it. As far as fencing and shelter and proper diet for the goats, and all these different medications that you need to have on hand in case you have an emergency of some kind.
Yeah. So we've learned a lot through Era.
Oh yeah,
So the thing about it is, these goats teach us lessons all the time.
Yeah.
And what we do is we try to make things better. So mistakes that we've made, hopefully us talking about this, showing you some things. If you're thinking about getting into goats, or you do have goats, or you're a first time, these things will help you out along the way.
I wish we'd have had this kind of information when we first started. It would have been a lot easier way to go.
Oh yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Appreciate you tuning in. If you're not subscribed, go down, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna be cranking out more videos. I took a little time off. I'm getting back to it. I'm feeling really good. You guys that are first time here, I had cancer. If you've been a long time subscriber, I'm doing well. Cancer scans are going good. They're clean and clear. And we're just about to kick off kidding season, so I'm hoping to get lots of new videos. We got new bloodlines on the property. And anyways, I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. Some of these tips that we've showed you are things that we've learned along the way, and I hope that they help you out. And like anything else, if you got any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I got several different social medias. I'm always available to answer questions, do my best to explain things. I hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.